What's up, guys and gals? My name is Splattercat. We are here at the Nerd Castle with the next episode of Weekly Indie Newcomer. This week, I feel a little bit sorry for you guys because what you're about to witness is going to be the most horrible mismanaging of an Outpost that you have ever seen. The game we are taking a look at today is Outpost, which is a little bit of a, I suppose it would be kind of like a colony organizational slash RTS slash roguelite. If I had to compare it to anything, it would be a lot like Faster Than Light, but instead of being on a spaceship, you're on a compound that's on the ground and just like bad stuff happens. And basically, you have 10 days until your contract ends with your corporate employer, and so you're trying to live long enough to make it to your 10-day boundary. So anyways, let's go ahead and hit the start key, and what you'll see here is that we get to choose between two different stations, Uno and Dos. Now, I've never played this one right here. This one is pretty damn hard. This game is very, very difficult. I don't think I've ever made it past like day 5. It's rough. It's very difficult, and so we may end up actually playing through twice if I die very, very quickly. We can do one at each base, but what I will say is that I'm going to do my best to explain how things work in this game as we play, but there's no pause. That's really kind of, this game is rapid fire as hell in that it doesn't give you any time to think. You can't really hit the space bar to pause the action. It is an RTS in the truest form, I suppose, with a little bit of tower defense mixed in. So let's go to ready, and we'll see what we can do here. Hello, employee. Our records state that you have 10 days left in your contract. Congratulations. The corporation would like to thank you for your service and remind you, always keep your power core supplied. Make sure the heaters in the radio are powered up at all times. Remember, when the radio is charged, it's your responsibility to call the M1000 mining unit. Funds earned from mining will be transferred to your account automatically. Good luck, employee. And so there it is. You know as much as I do now about the backstory of this game. It is in alpha development right now, so you can get the game for free through IndieDB, but the game doesn't have a whole lot to it at the moment, but I did have a lot of fun playing it. So the first thing I'm going to do is assign, oh good, we have a lightning storm coming in. Nothing like starting your day out properly. So let's really hope we don't get struck by lightning. And we'll talk about some of the stuff over here at the top left corner. So you have a bunch of bars, and basically what it comes down to is you have to power each part. Oh, let's go shoot this wolf in the face. It's trying to eat the trader. And we've also got to go hunt some walruses. We are not a friend of animals, by the way. We kill animals like crazy. And so after killing a wolf, there it is, we got plus 100 food for killing the wolf. In order to kill stuff, you really just have to put your guy next to it, and as you'll see, they'll go to work just kind of unleashing the DACA on any poor, oh damn it. So our building is burning down now. This game is incredibly difficult, by the way. It is more than possible to die in the first day. I mean, I will tell you, it has happened to me. And so we drew really bad RNG on this one by getting the nasty thunderstorm right in the beginning, which is basically just going to periodically blow up our base randomly. Now we do need to allocate power to these various bars on the left, so all these bars are going to deplete as we play the game. I'm gonna put, he's there. You go shoot some walruses over here. And every night, zombies are going to come. So every day we need to gather supplies from our little supply buildings, and then every night zombies are gonna show up and make our lives miserable. What we need to do is every person that you mouse over has health and food, and so you have to send them to either the med bay or the kitchen whenever they need food to keep them fed. And so let's get everybody fed because zombies are coming in now. And so these little bars up here dictate a couple of different things, and it's very difficult to play this game as it's going right now. I found that it's best to station people kind of like so, and we actually have to turn the heater back on. You can see the indoors is freezing right now, which is weak. That means we actually take damage when we're inside. You see this little icon right there? It means we're taking damage from the cold. And so the bars as we go down, we've got the M1000 radio, which calls in a mining unit, which gathers money for us up here at the top. We've got supplies generating from here, but we have to take supplies from each of our little warehouses and bring them to the energy generator, because apparently we don't like design anything efficiently. Like, it's a typical corporation. It is designed absolutely terribly. So we have to make sure that we bring these crates back to fuel the power generator so that we can allocate power to all of these different bars over here. We need to power the kitchen so that it's constantly producing food. We need to power the med bay so that it is constantly producing medicine. However, everybody has health and food that you have to take care of, so you gotta pay attention to that as well. Now, the game is kind of cool in that your little guys do level up. This right here at the top is how many supplies we have stocked into our machine, versus this is how many we have just kind of sitting in each of our warehouses. Power's low again, we're losing temperature. Let me beefcake that on up. And so as it stands right now, we have low power on a lot of different things, but we are generating power slowly. But that's basically the crux of the game, is you're trying to balance your power usage versus like how much power you generate. And it's actually a very difficult gamble. We've got a couple people who are like starving now. So let's go ahead and send everybody into the Foodles Bay that needs to get themselves some foodles. And once that's done, everybody's also medically hurt because they were collecting supplies through the night, because I'm a douche like that and I force people to do their job overnight. And so as you can see, they will get food from here, and now once they're all fooded up, we shall send them out to hunt walrus, because that is how manly men with manly mustaches that look like Theodore Roosevelt's gain their money. Oh, that guy's being chased by a wolf again. I don't know what it is about people getting chased by. The traders here apparently really like to pet wolves, and for whatever reason, whenever they're around a wolf, they just feel the need to like pet it and get themselves gnawed on, and it does not work out very well. Now, we are out of medical supplies, unfortunately, so nobody's going to be healing, but we can fix that by doing this right here. I'm gonna send him out to hunt people, and I'm sorry, not to hunt people, to hunt walry. And then, can you like run down that trader or something? Because if he gets off the screen, I'm going to be incredibly angry with you. I'm just going to rage at you, man with no mustache. And your guys do level up. You see those little stars underneath them? That means that they have leveled up, which makes them better. They have more health, they're better at shooting. Oh my god, why won't you allow me to catch you? And why are you... Alright, that was pleasurable. So we're basically gonna die now. The trader shows up every now and again. Now, there are some minor control issues with the game that you will find as you play through. We're also... There we go. Let's go ahead and even that out. Maybe do a little bit more power there. And at this point, we really, really sincerely need to get people gathering supplies again. And so they're all gonna run off, and I need all of my warriors to eat food right now. Like my guys who are like my designated killing machines. And so you're just gathering boxes. You're unimportant. Get over there. The game also likes to drop your targeting a lot, which is weird, but still, it's a great game. I mean, if you're really looking for frenetic action that kind of tasks your ability to like get things done, multitask, and simultaneously just not lose your mind from being frustrated, this will probably be the game for you. So, oh good, we're out of power again because nobody's carrying crates. There we go, carry them crates. Let me power up my mining thingamadoober so I can get some more cash in the off chance that we ever see a trader again. And he doesn't outrun us. The trader was a remarkably experienced sprinter, in my experience. And so we have several people starving. That's bad. There are a couple sides of that story. I mean, well, there's not really. I mean, people are starving. And so what I think I'm gonna do instead is after he drops off his box, we'll have him come over here and he's going to relieve this guy as tenderly as possible, so that he can go get some food. We'll add some power to the heater because our building is freezing over one more time. In fact, people may start falling over dead. I told you, I was terrible at this game. There was absolutely no way anybody was making it out of this alive. Like, from the start, it was just like, well, we all gonna die. And he might actually die before he even gets to the med bay. What about you guys? You guys okay? Okay, so don't go back outside right now. Go get yourself some medicine. Some medicinal lovin'. And so now that morning has broke, I don't know why morning would be breaking. It seems like it was working perfectly fine as is. Why does it that morning breaks when it's clearly working perfectly fine? Like, it happens every single day. That means it's working. And so why does it say morning breaks? Because I've never actually seen morning break and like stall itself right in the middle of the day. These guys all need to be healed. Oh, somebody died. Because it's too cold inside. It's nice and freezing inside, so they're still losing health. So we've lost a guy now, which is bad. Really, really bad. I'll send him over. God, we're out of everything, so it looks like we're gonna starve to death long before anything else goes bad. I think... Let's send him out to go gather food. We'll have him kill some walruses. We will also consider having him do the same thing, just in the effort of conceivably making it through another day or so. I found that the best place to station people is like at these little junctions down here. I don't know what it is about that junction, but the walrus is like, yeah, I like to go through that thing. Like, they really like to walk in between your buildings. Employees should be advised that the local winter will begin in 24 hours. Players can expect longer nights and lower temperatures. The corporation thanks its employees for reading. Great. Okay, and so now we've actually got food to feed people. So maybe I should go do that since he's now starving to death. Meanwhile, he's still okay to hunt, so we'll leave him out to continue killing things and murdering them haphazardly. I mean, nature kind of has to take a little bit of a break when there's zombies around. I don't know what to tell nature. I'm like, I'm sorry, nature, but we've really just kind of you gotta take it where you can get it sometimes. We'll turn on the heater and we'll talk to this trader. Oh yes, do you want to trade? Hell yeah, we do. So let's buy ourselves a couple stacks of food. And I think that's going to do it for right now. We can use barricades, but... Oh, we have tons of supplies. Well, maybe I should do that then. Maybe I should think about barricading something. So we'll click OK right there. Let's get everybody healed and fed up. I mean, I'm willing to guess probably everybody's fed up as it stands right now already. We're almost out of electricity, but once people are healed, we should be able to start running boxes again. Okay, so you're out here. And let's have you guys go eat. And he's just gonna have to stand the tide by himself, unfortunately. And just like really, really hope that the aggro system decides to work out. Or not. Okay, so you guys start running supplies again because we are... Oh, nope, I added it to the wrong thing. Let's go add power over here. Maybe take some power out of there. And the heater's not functioning. Alright, so we're going to have everybody run some supplies. I'm going to drop some barricades, too, while we're here, just to make sure that things get done. And zombies have now broken into one of our storehouses. We've got doors broken down. Bad things are happening. All the world is standing against us now. It'll be okay, though. We will survive another eve. They're eating all my supplies. They must love that terrible box of ramen that I've had stacked in there for, like, weeks now. Hey, maybe you should, like, stand here and stop carrying supplies and shoot some guys. Yeah, shoot some guys. That sounds like fun, doesn't it? Shoot some zombies. Maybe get the heater up and running because it's freezing outside. I love heaters. Come on. You can do it. I believe in you. Oh, dear. And so I have just played horribly. This is pretty much the way things go whenever I'm allowed to manage anything. You guys saw me when I played Clash Legacy. It was the same thing. Oh, God. A guy got eaten in the darkness. What could be worse than getting eaten in the darkness? I'm gonna get eaten. They can at least have the common decency to do it during the day. He'll hold this room, I guess. He'll shoot this room. Oh my God, he got one shot by that zombie. Well, this guy's all by his lonesome, and it's not looking so good. Things are freezing over. He's sitting in the back room like... Ooh, he made it. Hooray. Our one guy managed to survive. This is gonna be just a mess. So we can assign them to fix all of these little areas, like these doors and whatnot, but I don't think it's gonna help. I think he's pretty much bottomed out at this point. We'll have him carry some supplies back, but just about everything is no longer functioning. And so there it is. There goes probably what will more than likely be our final crate of supplies. We can use barricades in exchange for our supplies at the top of the screen. The downside being, I typically don't feel like I have enough supplies to use them kind of haphazardly like I have already, but it's basically like boarding up windows. It works pretty well. It doesn't work horrifically poorly. It works alright. And so while we've got one guy going here, you can buy upgrades from some of the merchants. Unfortunately, I've never seen anything defensive from a merchant ever. I've only seen other barricades, I've seen food, and I've seen armor, but I've never seen anything else. As far as I understand it, there's like a gun turret that you can deploy, which is kind of one of those early additions to the game, but beyond that, I'm not really so sure. Satellite imagery indicates large quantities of unobtainium is nearby. Employees should be advised unobtainium is only active at night. When active, unobtainium emits glowing smoke. Drop an M1000 mining unit on active unobtainium to double mining profits. The corporation thanks employees for doubling profits. Yeah, God. Oh, there it is right there. It's all purple and glowy and beautiful. Hooray. That guy's being chased by a wolf one more time. I don't know what my best course of action is right now, like maybe just kind of like barricading things and hoping. I know that arsonists show up eventually, like these little guys, yeah, there they are right there. They're guys with Molotovs and they throw things into your building and blow them up. And they can do it through, oh no, they have to destroy the walls. Okay, I thought they could only do it, oh they can throw it through the vent. That's weird. Okay, well that's unpleasant. And this is of course the beginning of the end for us. And so we will sally out for our final ride to try and kill off at least one of these blonde-haired arsonists. But what else are you gonna do? Yeah! Get owned, man. Even though my entire base is, at least we don't have to worry about the heating problem anymore. There is that as a bonus. Like, we've spent this entire game trying to stay warm, and now that the base is burning down, I don't think that's gonna be an issue, so... Why does it sound like they're using hacksaws and drills to get through my barricades? That's a terrifying sound. He's gonna starve to death pretty shortly. Let's go out like a man. Let's do this thing. We'll do this platoon style. Kill as many of them. Take as many of the bastards with you as you can. Oh, they're through the back door. Greedy, greedy zombies. They're not satisfied with only going through the front. They gotta come through the back now. Well, balls. This didn't go so well. So what did we learn today? Never give Splattercat control of any type of, I guess, refinery facility that is run by a corporate entity. Oh, good, we're both freezing and starving simultaneously while being gnawed on by zombies. How could the situation get any worse? Freezing, starving, gnawed on, you know, what else are you gonna do? I suppose, oh, I didn't make it. I was gonna say I could probably power that up with my remaining power, just have him heal. The Outpost has been destroyed and all human resources have been lost. And so that is Outpost. So I'm not going to do pros and cons on this one because the game is in such pre-early alpha that this is really, what you saw right here is all there is to the game as it stands right now. You'll get some new enemies as time comes along. It does get a lot worse. I've never made it past day 5 or 6. It's been ugly. The game is tremendously mean to you. It is a game that takes no prisoners, and as I understand it, I've come into control of the game just recently by kind of after they just did a major round of nerfs. And so, as I understand it, it was nerfed very shortly ago. Like, it used to start with a lot more money, and you used to start with some extra resources, as I've been told. And so, that may also be another reason why the game is so difficult right now, is because it just followed, like, a heavy-handed nerf from what I've been reading. But anyways, the game is called Outpost. You can get it completely and totally for free through IndieDB. So, support the developers, go check it out, vote for it on Greenlight and Desura. I feel like the game has a lot of things that are fun. I mean, once they flesh out some of the ideas a little bit better, I could definitely 100%. Is that unobtainium right there? Why is unobtainium still on my map? It shouldn't show up till like day 4. Interesting. Well, what I will say is that the game does a really good job of making you feel panicky and never knowing like quite what you're doing. Obviously, there are a lot of things that should be able to be patched up, but pre-alpha being what it is, I don't feel truly justified kind of complaining about something that isn't even an alpha build right now. It's basically just a simplistic, fun little game that you can play. Why are you guys not hauling? Oh, because we're full up on power. That would explain it. That would explain it. So let's max out everything then, so that they'll start hauling power one more time. And continue slaughtering walruses. And I'll get back to talking. I mean, the sound effects of the game are, I like the ones that they've chosen so far. They've used like the gun sound from Doom, which I really like. I love the fact that the gun sound is the exact same sound that they use for the pistol from Doom. So that pleases me tremendously. It's like every time I play the game, I get this ridiculous retro throwback to my yesteryear of gaming, and our base is running out of heat one more time. But it's okay, because we're about to bring the heat to the outside with guns. And so let's go ahead and put some more power into there. And I'm thinking my big problem right now is I've been neglecting my mining resources to get more money. So anyways, I do like the game. I like the game a lot. The few things that I will say is right now controls can be oddly sticky and cause you a little bit of problem. Like occasionally it like drops your targeting or something like that. Every now and again, like when you click somebody to move somewhere with the right click, it should tell them to go there, but it's just like meh, and it just kind of ignores the order. The game is incredibly difficult right now to the extent that it's one of the few games I've ever seen so far that, not necessarily in terms of content, like in terms of content, the game is pretty dry right now. But conversely, God, everybody's just dying right now. Conversely, what I will say is that for where the game's at, it's got a definitely intriguing, I guess it's got a very intriguing premise, and it's one of those games that after they add like a whole bunch of random events, both good and bad, could end up to be incredibly entertaining someday. In fact, it already is reasonably entertaining. It's definitely amusing, and I've been playing it. I think I put in 3 or 4 hours last night when I first got it, just like trying to make myself better at not being dead. And unfortunately, I've just never managed. I'm gonna position dudes in rooms where they could fire at zombies as they come in. Also put a couple guys on lunch duty. They can jump into kitchen patrol and feel better about themselves. There we go. But yeah, it's a really fun game. This is going to be a short episode of Weekly Indie Newcomer, it looks like, because aside from just kind of showing off the game, there's not a whole lot of things that I feel comfortable kind of critiquing about the game. It doesn't really feel fair with where the game is at right now. So, my name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here for a Weekly Indie Newcomer to take a look at Outpost. If you guys are interested, I have all the information down below so that you can check the game out. I hope that you enjoy it, and feel free to vote for the guy that makes the game. I mean, I couldn't find any of his information anywhere, so it really just kind of seems like one of those projects that's flying under the radar, so I'm trying to do my best to promote it. I'll see you guys next week. For those of you that don't know, Weekly Indie Newcomer is a series that I run. Oh, good, we have a lightning storm. How pleasurable. Weekly Indie Newcomer is a weekly series that I do on whatever indie games that I currently happen to be playing. It's really kind of one of those random things that I just kind of put together at the end of the week to show off one of those things that's been eating up an inordinate amount of my time. This week it was Outpost. Join me next Friday and I'll have another game for you. Take care out there, everybody, and I will see you next time.